Good evening, and welcome to RockSingle. I am your host for today, Selena K. And we thank you for joining us as we rock truth or absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth, even before our very eyes, is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. We believe that the Bible, our kingdom constitution, is inspired, infallible, inerrant, and the final authority for all. Rock Truth is founded on He who is the original point of reference for all things to come through eternity. Rock Truth Radio is the cross-cultural response to the economic climate and social crises of today. Rock Truth is designed to serve the physical need of fallen man while serving the spiritual need he didn't know he had that impacts, affects, and infects generationally. Rock Truth Radio seeks to inspire, enlighten, and highlight upcoming and established local kings and queens, and international ones as well. Local kings and queens of character while promoting Black consciousness and awareness of who we are and to who we belong. It is indeed a kingdom renaissance. Welcome to Cross Country, baby. Yes. What's going on, Aunt? You're on mute. You're on mute. There we go. Hey, Aunt. Let's see if I get you. You're on mute. There we go. Maybe. There we go. I'm hearing something.
All right. Okay.
Oh, yep. You got them clear boys in. I remember that.
Okay.
How are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
I am amazing. I feel like a lot better, a lot more energized today, a lot more back to myself. Like ever since we did the fast and stuff, I think that kind of like depleted my body and just kind of building back up, from that, even though I've been a little bit more on solids lately. Yeah, just like picking back up. So my energy is back a little bit. My back was hurting. Now it's kind of like eased out. Like I'm just kind of like, today is a good day. Kind of like Cube. You know what I'm saying? No barking from the dog, no smog. Kind of one of them days. And mama cooking breakfast with no hog, fam, because I don't even mess with the hog and all that no more. We only eat lawful over here. Like I just made fries, but I made them. No more frozen, nothing. We cooking lawful, fresh foods, man. Yeah. I can't hear you. No. Dang on it. You had it. That's okay. Keep smiling till you get it. Because I know you happy. I seen your video. You working out and everything. For real, I can't hear you, but that's okay. We keep working till you get it. So I know you happy and proud of yourself, and looking good and feeling good and accomplishing goals. That's what's up. I can't hear you. Maybe come back out and come back in and see if it's like a issue. Wait a minute, I thought I heard something. Maybe it could be like a issue there. I would just come on in and out. Yep, I can't hear you. Yep, just try to like log right back in. It's okay. It is okay. We have a great subject. I actually loaded up your picture through the internet, the one that you sent me in reference to single fathers and they're marrying women with children, and so we'll talk about that too. Hey, let me see, who is this? Hey, Miss Shannon. Hey, boo. Hey. Yes. How are you today? I miss you, boo. Yes. I know y'all can't wait till tomorrow. Tune in, Rock Queens. That is the hottest show popping out here. It's hopping like a kangaroo. Listen to me, y'all. Tune in tomorrow at 6 o'clock for Rock True Queens. Like, that is one of my favorite shows. Like, even over Rock Truth, even over the Rock Truth show. Like, Rock True Queens is where it's at. Like, that's where where I am on Thursdays at 6 o'clock. Like, for real. Can't miss it. These ladies are amazing. And then we have a special edition. Miss Michelle Virginia has joined us. Like, this is going to be amazing. Like, it's just getting better. Just more, profound women who are teaching truth. And I mean unadulterated truth. Y'all got to tune in tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Rock True Queens. If you haven't already, go ahead and get your crown. Get your crown. All right, Miss Shannon is good. She at work. Yeah, she always pull up, pull up. Yep, her nickname pull up and Carmen. So she at work, she stay on the move, and that is the truth. And we definitely appreciate everything that she does and everything she brings to Rock Truth, like seriously. So as we're waiting on Ant, let's just kind of talk about, the subject for today. Tyron to be here in just a second, so people got real life. So we'll be here. Oh, we got Ant back. Yay! I hear it already. You
You hear?
back?
You hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, King.
Good. Good.
Yeah. So
Oh,
how your workout plan and all that stuff been going? Talk to us about that.
everything been going out pretty good. I'm actually getting ready. I was doing a consecration month with my church. That's We'll be finishing up this week. Um, and we've been pretty much fasting every day of the week without weekends.
Okay.
And pretty much is recentering, um, making sure that you make rededications, recommitments to the Lord. Very spiritual building, you know, recalibrating, mind setting, making sure that you recenter yourself spiritually, and it gives you an opportunity to refocus as far as your commitments to Christ. Um,
Okay.
and
Hmm.
so usually I'm very focused on January being just about him. I'm in the gym, but not as much in my Januaries. But then
Okay.
once I get to my February, I'm back intense. It's the second month of the year. I'm doing no bread, no milk, no sweets, no, and that means no pop, no fast food, none of that. Like I'm
Woo!
super strict, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
we're hoping for some really good results. We're going to try to do some target things, and work on some areas that have opportunities to be, losing weight and building muscle and all that different stuff. So just recentering, getting focused, attacking these goals that
Yeah.
really want to, you know.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. Lord Ty, I saw you go ahead and guzzle up that water.
What's
What
going
is going
on?
on with you? How was everything with your one health too?
Right.
The thing and everything. What's going on with yours?
Oh, it's coming along. Real men drink water. That's right. We drinking water.
Okay.
Our ladies want us to be King Kong, and we
I
can't be
do.
King
I
Kong if
do.
we ain't drinking water.
I do. I do. I do.
And
Okay.
I and
Yeah.
I clarify King Kong in the bed. You know what I'm
You.
saying? You can't be
Woo!
swinging and swaying if you ain't drunk. Water.
Yeah, yeah. Drink your water then. Then drink your water. It's intentional, right? That's the new thing for us. Just eating with intent. There's a purpose behind everything that we're putting into our bodies and we're putting
Absolutely.
into our bodies. So it's like, now we're changing our minds and changing our appetites all the way down. So it's a blessing. I love it. I'm excited about it. Well, Lord Ty, you have a subject for the day, so I'm gonna go and get out your way and let you host. Then we also have a little bonus material that we're gonna use from Ant. That
Oh,
he wants
okay.
to talk, yeah. This picture is dope. That he wants to talk about. I'm very curious about the feedback on this one. So let's jump off with our topic. Go ahead.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. I gotta pause.
What?
Wait, no, I gotta catch. I gotta talk to Ann later because I'm looking at your shirt, man. Zion Temple Apostolic
You know about them. You know about them.
Bishop Don Reynolds. That's your pastor.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Man,
sir.
yeah, I grew up in that church. I mean, that was one of my auntie's church. That was like all my couple of my aunties and cousins. I practically was a kid in that church. Okay, I mean,
Wow.
we got. I
Hey,
thought, you know what? I thought I knew you. I was like, that dude looked familiar. I wonder where do I know him from? And I'm
no,
looking at his shirt. I'm
I,
looking at
I
his
remember
shirt.
you. Hey, I remember you from school. I remember you from right where you said you was at. So, uh,
We went to Williams together, didn't we?
yeah, yep.
I know I knew this dude. I looked at him for a while. I was like, I can't picture where I know this man from. Okay,
I love
all
that.
right, there. Okay, yeah, we have to catch up and talk later, bro.
Oh,
But
oh yeah.
tonight
Y'all,
we're gonna talk tonight.
y'all both love these relationship topics, like for
Eh,
real. Mm-hmm.
So tonight we want to talk. We want to know because really, I had a subject prepared that I was gonna talk about was dog. I forgot what it is, but anyway, it's gonna come to my memory. But tonight we're gonna talk about are you that's it representation. We're gonna talk
Yes.
about representation. But as I was thinking, I was like, hold on. We gotta stop because we gotta pump the brakes because some people they not ready. Some
Come on.
people they see other folks together,
Come
but they
on.
don't even know if that's for them.
Woo. Woo.
So, just because they see somebody else, and I'm gonna say the topic is, are you prepared? You know what I'm saying? Are you prepared for this for a relationship? Are you prepared for a friendship? Are you prepared for that? So, some people they not ready. Like we got Valentine's Day coming up. Yeah, I don't celebrate
I
the
don't
I
understand.
don't celebrate the
No.
silliness, but I know a lot of people in this world that do that.
Right.
So and I know a lot of women that really are sad on those days. Last year,
Can't.
I was in the city because or whatever. Because right now I'm out of town working, but I was in the city, and so what we did with our podcast, we went to a mall
Okay.
and we did black business like cash mob, just went to different black businesses in the mall and was interviewing them on the spot, and a lot of people was coming by, was liking it, they was vibing with us. And so then as we got through with them, I told John, I say, John, let's go out and just start grabbing random people that's walking by. And so I remember I walked up on this one lady. I said, hey ma'am, I said, do you celebrate Valentine's Day? She's like, yes, I do. I said, would you like to do an interview? She got said, she said, well, I don't have nobody. So, you're gonna make me feel sad, So I was just happy. But now the fact that you want to do an interview with me, you got me feeling sad. That's what I'm talking about. You ain't ready. You not
Nope.
ready because you see everybody else booed up. They got
Yeah.
they one, they got they one that they like, they got they one they love, and you like, I'm envious, I'm jealous of they. And if you
King.
got and if you got envy and jealousy, you're not ready.
You
She
already.
she in
So
a
we
per-
gotta ask the question: are you ready?
she in a perfect situation and has no idea.
My Lord. Come on,
Hey,
and
hey, go
expound
go
on
deeper. Go deeper.
and
She
go
in a
deeper.
perfect
Yeah.
situation. Listen, first of all, most of these holidays, pretty much all of these holidays, are just about money, man. That's all they're about anyway. I mean, at
King.
the end of the day, and I mean, I'm not trying to go too deep about it, but when you look up the history of Valentine's Day, it is the Lupercalia, and
Come on, King.
it's attached to gods. There are some ritualistic things that are tied to that when
Mhm.
you look up the Lupercalia and what it really meant and all that different stuff like that. So I mean, at the end of the day, in this modern day society, what I'm saying, they tie everything to money. So you
Come
have
on.
you have the holiday seasons, man, and really in all aspects, Valentine's Day is supposed to be the holiday that really start the round up the finish. You know what I'm saying? Because you went through Halloween with, what I'm saying, you went through, what I'm saying, the Brumalia, which is Thanksgiving.
Come
You know,
on. Come on.
went through the through the winter solstice, which is Christmas and all that different stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now we rounding it up with the Lupercalia. I mean, and at the end of the day, it's all to get your money. It's all to get your
Come on.
money. Have
Come
That's
people
on.
all. They
Teach me,
want they want
King.
that dollar.
They
strap,
want that dollar.
you
That's
know.
it every
And,
holiday.
and the thing about it is, yesterday you knew one person. Today she not that person no more because she mad that she didn't quite get everything that she wanted to get. So
Mhm.
it's really a
Come
demonic
on,
day.
come
It's
on.
just a demonic day for the most part. You go,
It is. It really
you
is.
know, it is what it is, and people don't know, it doesn't matter if you don't understand. It's still deeper than what you think. So you're involved and you're attaching yourself to this stuff. And a lot of times the excuse, can you imagine going to court saying, well, I was young and dumb? You still broke the law.
You still broke.
You
Do
still,
you,
That's
do
it.
you
you still
understand? Like
you
people
know
need
No
to understand
excuse. No
that.
excuse.
No
so
excuse.
so
Even if you didn't know. Even if you didn't know. Go ahead, King.
so there's a lot of foolishness attached to it. People get all lovey dovey. Like you could celebrate somebody in love every day of the year. I mean,
See,
who cares about Valentine's Day? I don't
who
care.
cares?
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Man,
but
I done had women dump me because of
No.
Valentine's
because
Day, because of
she, was,
Christmas.
she
I
wasn't
done
who
been dumped.
about it. That's why
It was
You
because of what?
she
what you
wasn't
say?
who you thought she was. That's all. You know what I'm
Teach.
saying?
Oh,
Teach
That's
King.
all it was. So
Teach
anytime
King.
somebody can change that deep because they didn't get a gift or whatever that they thought they were supposed to get,
Right, right.
that's just a demon, man. Ain't nobody got time.
ain't nothing but
Straight.
a demon.
Ain't got time
Ain't
And
for
we
that.
nothing
don't
but
we
a
have to
demon.
stop. We have to stop playing like, spirits aren't real, demons aren't real, being in people
Yeah,
and operating and moving in people aren't real. It is very much so real. Like, and I'm with you. Like celebration of any holy day that you're supposedly supposed to be holy days. Ain't nothing
yes,
holy about that stuff. And
exactly.
so that's why y'all calling it holla. It's holla day, I guess. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's for every day. You
I
you
got
can
$1. Can I get a holler?
a holla. Right, that's about it. Like, but it's like that's for every day. You can love somebody. I'm with Shannon. You can pamper and cater to your man any day of the
Oh,
week.
that
It
was
doesn't.
Shannon that wrote that.
But
Oh
see,
yeah, that's Miss
the
Shannon out
thing,
there.
She
so the
said
thing,
she said that she like to keep that about him.
but the thing also, Queen, is that these holidays are geared toward the modern woman. They're geared toward the
Ooh,
There
woman.
you
ooh.
go. There you
So,
go.
at
You about to
the end
go.
of the
Go
day,
ahead.
it goes back to what I told y'all before.
Let me
The
bring you
same way,
on.
the same way that things moved in the Garden of Eden, they still move that way today.
Come
Ain't
on and
nothing
teach.
done. So
Teach.
they have to use the woman because they know the woman is the number one consumer in any house. She's the
Yeah.
number
Come
one.
on now.
So at the end of the day, you're the one. The woman's gonna be the one, you know, all over her man, and the kid's gonna be doing the same thing all over the man. Now he working overtime. He doing everything he can to stress himself out to
And the
produce this
peace.
money to get you all these gifts that you claim you want. And
Yeah.
it's just the woman runs the house. That's what they especially in the black community. They're
Yep.
gonna come to the woman. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And if
Yep.
and if they could do anything they can to keep her in her own house, the dude in his own house, that's what how they like it because that's more money being produced.
Teach, King. That's the truth, though.
Not
It's
only that, not only that, when you talk about masculinity, this world is trying to erase masculinity anyway.
oh,
So
King.
they gon' they not trying to get us. So they gotta appeal to the woman because they know that if they can appeal to the woman will get us just like Eve did in
Yeah,
the
Come
garden with
on.
Adam.
Come
she
on
That
and
that
teach.
that that Satan, that Satan, good old Satan came to Eve and said, "You won't surely die." So what
yeah
did
Right.
Eve do? Eve
because
called Adam the next day and was like, "Well, if you don't eat of this fruit, you're not going to eat of this fruit."
Come on and teach. Come
well
Go
see
ahead,
on.
go ahead, go ahead, bro.
But see, the
Come
thing is,
on.
he also the thing that was happening with the serpent is that he was entertaining and galvanizing the baser aspect of the woman. He was
Come on and teach.
galvanizing her appetite. You know what
My
I'm saying?
Lord.
Hmm.
My Lord. We just talked
That's
about
the big
appetite.
He knew how to get to her.
that's the biggest
Mm-hmm.
thing that's going on in society today. Like I would
Yeah.
just not to jump ahead, but just when I was talking to Mary off camera, just about the little post that I shared on my page, like how many memes and stuff do you see where a
Yeah.
woman pretty much promoting a modern day woman is promoting her delusion, and it doesn't matter if
Mm.
she's not on point with her weight. It doesn't matter if she's not on point with her health. It doesn't matter if she got 5 different baby daddies. People gonna still say, "Girl, get it, girl. You good, girl." Why are we
Yeah.
lying? Why are we
Yeah.
lying?
Thank you,
Why are we telling people that it's okay? Basically, in a sense, the
thank
woman
you.
has broke the law. She's got multiple baby fathers, but
Come
she
on.
wants everything just like the virgin girl. She
Come on
wants
and just
everything
like
just
the
like a
first one.
person. She wants everything just like the one who actually did things right.
Come
And
Come
we
on
on.
and
to
teach, King.
stroke these egos. We say you can get the same thing. Well, how many at bats do she get?
Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying?
Come on.
You know how many of
I'm done.
She done struck out. She done struck out already 5 times.
How
She done
many
struck
of
out
that?
5 times.
and
Come
so
on,
now we're
King.
mad when the man who should be masculine, who should be stepping in the father's position, my daughters see me, so they're gonna hear
Yeah.
a father voice for as long as God allowed me to be in their
Teach,
presence.
King.
So by
Teach.
the time they grow up, it's not gonna be foreign to them when they hear a man speak. But for
Teach.
some of these women out here that they ain't really had a father step up and tell them that, look, you can
Yep.
go out here and chance doing what you want, but it's going to be harder for you to get a man and
Yeah.
live a life if you got kids that end up being his stepchildren versus starting a fresh family or
Yes.
whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, 70 to 80% divorce is filed by the black woman. You know what I'm
Come
Yes.
saying?
on.
Can't
Yes.
ignore we can't ignore that. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Or
No. The numbers are
it,
there.
it, it is what it is. And they make her out for the woman. They call it irreconcilable differences. So at any point
Yes,
she could
they do.
just dip on out, make the courts rich because your kid is gonna be on the payroll.
Yep.
You know, the price
Yep.
on that. You know what I'm saying? And the house is broken. We're divided. We're not strong. You know what I'm saying? And so they got what they wanted. And we supposed to be so woke, but we totally missed the rabbit hole. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
King.
Like, it's just it's disappointing, man, because you know, just like the thing that Mary, just put up there, what I shared on my page. It's like the thing sits up here says, I want you to pretty much in so many words, love me or love my child the way you love me, pretty much is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna read the thing. The person posted up and said, love her kids like you love her, even if they're not yours. Well, that's easier said than done.
Right.
Because
Come on.
when you're coming into the situation already as a woman, whether it's multiple baby fathers, whether it's from a marriage, whatever you got, you know, just kids, period. You're pretty much no longer looking for a husband at that point. You're looking for a stepfather. And
Right.
then are these children an asset to him or a liability? And you can go down a list and name all the liabilities. They pop out just like that. But where's the asset? Because
Mm-hmm.
stepfather can be a thankless job. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You'll see kids thank their mom and their stepmother quicker than they'll thank their father because people
Yeah.
don't
Yes.
praise fathers. They don't
Yes.
praise fathers, whether they're real fathers, stepfathers, whatever. They're not quick. And you can see that on Mother's Day versus Father's Day. They
Teach.
just don't thank the men as quickly.
Nope.
So it's a number one, it's a thankless job. I try to break this down to some women on here. Number one, it's a thankless job. Number two, there's so many dynamics which I can spin this. What if your child accuses? What if you got a daughter and your daughter that used by the enemy, used
Come
by
on and
deception?
teach.
She goes and just accuses your husband of touching her, and he never did. I've
Yep.
seen it happen before.
Yep. It's the truth, King.
So now you got an issue,
Yep.
and now somebody locked up in juvie for something they didn't do,
Yep.
or whatever the case may be. I've seen it.
Yep. Me too.
I've seen it.
Me
I've
too.
seen
And,
criminals
and
locked.
then when the father get ready to go to discipline the kids,
It,
then it's like,
you
get your hand off my kids. He
exactly.
not
Right.
yours and she
So
not
now,
yours.
so now
But
it's
you asked
right.
me,
So
you
now
asked me to help you raise the little boy.
that was the other dynamic. So now the man's house is already split into chaos because you can't touch your stepchildren. You can't discipline them as your own. Then y'all mess
Right.
around, have children. Your children see you discipline them full force because that's your child. But then you
Right.
don't discipline my step brothers and my stepsister. Now your house is split in utter
Yeah.
chaos.
You're causing a rift. You're
You're
causing that
causing
rift.
rift,
Mhm.
division, jealousy, all kind of
All
stuff.
that. Yep.
And these women just put this stuff on Facebook like it's nothing. Like, oh, it's
Yes, they
just
do.
magical. It's Walt Disney. I can get what I want. I'm like, come on, bro. Y'all, and you
Yep.
mad because you don't want to hear nobody tell you the truth because
Come on, teach.
you're not disciplined out here in these streets and you done had all these baby daddies and stuff. Come on, man.
Right. Been
Come on.
been completely ran through. But now they want the world and all that. But then when
Right.
we talk to them and say, well, it don't work like that.
Right.
It doesn't. Like I was listening. I was listening to a conversation today. Really was like a little small podcast, and this guy he was I guess trying to counsel or coach this young lady, and she came on and she was like, well, she said, it's really been hard trying to find a man during COVID. And
Mm-hmm.
so he was like, okay, tell me why. She said, well, well, really, she just, told him what she was looking for. And something she said that made him stop. She was like, sex. He said, I'm not really interested in sex. And so I'm finding hard that a lot of men, don't want to date. He just stop right there. He just kept pushing her and urging her. And the thing is, he's like, tell you what, let's go with what you saying. You don't
Right.
want no sex. She that right. So he said, how about this? He said, every date, he said, every date you plan it, you do the buying, you do the driving, and then see how that feel. Because it's on different playing fields.
Right.
Because he was saying men, he said the reality is men want sex. So
Yeah.
if that's not what you talking, these men are not really going to be interested in you. And so I
Yeah.
mean that's what he was trying to tell us. Like, it's kind of lopsided a little bit. It's like what you said is a little lopsided. So I just want you to put it into perspective when you think about things.
Because it's about production. It's about what it takes for a man to produce, to perform, to go, just like a car. The things that have to go in it, the oil, the making sure all that stuff is checked. And one thing for men is sex. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's about how it's being used. Ain't nothing wrong with sex at all. Ain't nothing wrong with a healthy sex drive. Like you should want to have sex every day with your spouse. Like there's nothing wrong with that. That's sharing so much more than just the physical act. It is just, it's sharing. It's also part of recreation. It wasn't supposed to be just used for pleasure. It's for recreation. Just like flowers aren't just used for beauty, it's for purpose. Certain flowers, I mean certain insects are attracted to those particular flowers. So yes, for men, they need sex. For women, we need, I don't want to call it attention, it's more so compassion. We need affirmations. We need affection. That's the word. We need affection to go for our little gas car to go. We need affection, and
It
nothing's
needs
wrong with that.
a woman needs constant seeds. She
There
needs
you go.
um uh,
Future, love
that
and affection.
that's why I love what someone once told me some years ago. One of my pastor friends, he told me, he said, your aim is not just to be a husband, but a husband man, because a
Right.
husband man, the definition of it is a master of soil, the master of the soil. In other words, a woman is soil. She's soil.
Come on and
If
teach, King.
if if if, if we
Yes.
really want to break down the anatomy, the
Come
woman
on.
is soil. Her
Come on.
parts are receiving. The
Yes.
man,
Yes.
the man is the farmer, the husbandman, and
Mm-hmm.
his parts are they sow. So it's not
Yes.
just about you don't. It's not just that you lay down with the woman and then based on anatomy when everything how everything go down. It's not just natural; it's spiritual.
Right. It's
Come
So
on.
spiritual.
that's
Yes.
why you can't really do a lot of complaining as a man when your woman is really not producing back what you need. Because the thing about it is,
Mhm.
God puts us out there, He puts things in us, but when we actually mature, we are returned back to Him. In the same way,
Teaching King.
in the same way,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you plant it to your woman, whatever you put there, it's going to come back. It should come
It
back.
is
What are you
not
putting
void.
there?
Come on
What are
and
you
teach King. Come on and
I ain't
teach.
so
coming back void.
Come back
so the thing
void.
is you have to be careful as men where you lay because it
Yeah.
can
Where
bite.
you plant them seeds.
And you have to be careful as a woman what you receive because it
Woo!
could come back and bite you. You know
Come
what I'm
on
saying?
and teach, King.
So it
Come
goes
on
hand
and
in hand.
teach.
It goes hand in hand. And if people don't have the ability and the time to actually invest into learning who a person is, especially for men, you got to know what triggers your woman. You really got to know because
Woo!
she's a multiplication station.
Come on and teach.
A multiplication station. So you got to be careful with her.
Very complex.
You got
Oh,
to be careful with her
be
because you come
careful.
home. Just for example, you come home long day from work. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you, you can act a fool if you want to when you walk through the doors because you had a bad day at work.
Come on.
She'll look as if she just ignored it. She'll bring
Uh-huh.
it back up 2 months from now, and it's
Listen,
like
2 months, whole two. Like, so when you came through that door 2 months ago, like that, so I knew where it was popping off from the beginning. Like I saw you come through
now
the
you
door.
over it.
Hold 2 months.
So
Hold
I
2 months.
know
Y'all out in Phoenix vacation.
no,
Now the
but I
man
be
now,
watching.
Now the man over it. He didn't bounce back. He the man. I just was mad that day. Boom. But she saying little stuff like, yeah, because that night she gonna keep it going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful,
Keep it going.
man. You gotta keep careful what
For
you put.
real.
Man. It's really
Man,
a beautiful thing. It goes hand in hand. It's really a beautiful thing when both people understand what
yes,
their role is and they work beautifully together.
yes. And that's that
Also,
aspect of friendship. Go ahead, real quick,
uh,
Ty, and then we'll go to the
okay.
comments because they popping off.
Okay.
Too.
I
Yeah,
know,
go
that's what I'm saying. I was getting ready to address one. I see
ahead.
Shannon talking about where's the lie. That's what I was about to say. Is they okay? I'm saying also is they when we get on the women gotta understand too. Okay, when the man came home with a bad day at work, he not trying to do all that talking. You know what I'm
Again,
saying? You know what he want? He want a
yes,
glass of lemonade or sweet tea,
service.
extra
Keep
sugar,
serving.
and zip the lips.
He
Okay.
Come on.
wants to
Anticipate the need.
he want,
Anticipate the need, brother. I mean,
yeah,
sisters, I'm so with that comment because again, he can come home any way that he wants to. What is your character? That
right.
shouldn't change up you. That shouldn't switch up you. It doesn't matter what anybody in the world
Keep the
does. And
crown on.
this is how you're mastering yourself and you're mastering friendship. You master the art of it because it
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
matter what you got going on. My whole job when I see that something is wrong with you is to assure that your needs are met, even if that's silence.
Mm-hmm.
Even if that's silence, anticipate the need, make sure he's taken care of, and keep that thing moving. You don't know when he's ready to talk, he'll talk. If he
Yeah.
never's ready to talk, he won't. Okay, it doesn't matter. Keep it moving, keep serving, queen. Keep
Yep.
serving. You
Yep.
have a job. You don't show up. You don't not show up because your boss got an attitude. You still have to show up. You don't not show up because your coworker didn't show up today. You still show up because when you don't, I'm telling you, now you're gonna open the door up to a temp service,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna.
And
But yeah,
you're
I'm
absolutely
Did you just say tip service?
yeah.
I said
You're
it. I said it. And more
absolutely
than likely, I'm telling you, it's gonna be Rock Truth Temp Services because I got queens in the making, and I'm developing some queens. Okay, with
Sign
all
me up. I'll sign me up to get one.
yep.
queens, I will, King. I put you first on the list. Listen to me. And so yeah, it'll be a temp service, and we are happy to serve the kings.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
you're absolutely in the
Yeah,
vein that I've been in all week. You're absolutely in the vein I've been in all week. I've told people that when you come into marriage, the whole point of coming into marriage is that I love what one of the comments said down there. That it's a spiritual thing. And of course, I made the video about on my YouTube page about 50-50 corporations
yeah,
versus
yes,
marriage.
yep.
Because there is a difference. There is an antichrist to marriage in this society.
On
And
the
it
team.
and their corporations, they're 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So with those things, you already have the mindset that you're still actually stuck in individuality, but you're calling yourself together and you're really not. You're moving still as if you never got in union, and it's totally opposite from the spiritual thing that God created, which includes him. So it's a laying down of wheels. It's a
Come
laying
on,
down of wheels. I lay
come on,
down my wheel
come on,
because it's my thoughts and not his thoughts. Remember,
come
that's the
on.
scriptures.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm laying down my wheel and I'm hanging it up to dry because
Come
that
on.
light's behind now.
It's over.
So now that's how I submit to my wife and to God.
Yep.
Now, the same way over on the woman's side, I submit my will. I'm going to
Yes.
serve my king, my Lord. I'm going to serve my husband. I'm going to serve my God.
Teach.
Whenever we get away from that and we think it's about individuality, we come back to the will that supersedes all, and that's God's will, because that's what marriage is, his will.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And people don't understand that. So they miss the
Absolutely.
spiritual thing. It's only marriage with the spiritual aspect.
That's it. That's it. And again, like you said, the primary focus is God. It ain't even the two people that's in it. It's
Facts.
his
Because
absolute.
you're it's duty.
Yep. Oh, come on. Come on. Let's go through these comments real quick, guys, because I mean
Okay.
they're popping. Shannon out there. We got Princess Jenny out there from Rock Youth, Rock Truth. And then I see that's Ty. And somebody else joined in. But let's see. So let's see. Because it was a comment. Okay, so Shannon was talking about when we were talking about Valentine's Day that she simply moves different. She loves to pamper and cater her guy at any particular time. She believed it was a true statement that we were talking about earlier about the holy days and the holidays and how things have changed. I say that too. I don't know if you were specifically talking about erase the holiday, but we can definitely erase it and start anew. We need to start anew with just about everything. A blended family. She had a blended family, and it was also tough. And I agree too. It's definitely going to be tough, like you said,
Ooh,
when
Shannon.
no communication. Yes, yes, that's Shannon. And then she also said that when we were talking about the home and the structure of it, that there was no language. The language in the home, the communication in the home is broken, and or it was never truly established between the man and the woman. And this is why you have those issues in the home, and the children are. You can say to one parent, "Hey, this happened," and then the other parent don't even take the time to say, "Oh, no, no, no! Everybody come in the room," because we first of all, you handle things how God handle things. You
Mhm.
never talk to somebody once they bring up another party or person when they're talking. You go ahead and get the other person. We're gonna stop the conversation and you go get this other person, because whatever you bold enough to say to me, you need to be bold enough to say in front of that person so that we know that this is truth. You're
Mhm.
not just gonna say something and sneak it and try to, and then as a woman, you just take it in and then slowly doing stuff, on the low, manipulative things to this man, as opposed to being straight up and honest with what's going on. And this is how this stuff leads. Like you said, it's a lack of communication. Princess Jenny says that bonding is key. Bonding is key for women. When we were talking, that's when she made that comment. For women, they need bonding, and that all goes into
Men
the
like to bond with their
affection
women too.
of course, but that also it just goes in with the affection. This is what we like. We like affection. We love to bond. We love to, just little stuff that girls like. And it ain't even women like, I'm sorry. And it ain't even that big stuff. It ain't even all these, rings and I guess teddy bears. I don't know what these people be doing for Valentine's Day, balloons, whatever, dates. It's not even that. It's just the very
They
simplistic things
they do the
that are
bussy challenge. They do the bussy
I
challenge.
saw that. I saw that. I saw a whole Buster challenge just recently with the oh god, I guess he was paraplegic and
Ooh, oh,
did you see
oh,
it?
oh.
He was like a little
No,
and he was like
I saw another one. The one I saw was pornographic. I said, "Dog,
oh
ain't
like,
no
well,
way, ain't no way."
we have here.
They
Let me finish through these comments real quick, and we will get to that because that's imperative. Look at how we representing ourselves now on the internet. But hold on, someone said that the world has taken a spiritual thing, marriage, and it's perverted. They perverted
Yes,
marriage.
yes, yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then I was shutting and said, "Where's the lie? True, right?" That is Princess Jenny saying, "Had that king dinner ready." I know that's right, Queen, and that's coming from a teenager. That's from a teenager. When
right,
you
right.
know,
I love it. I love it.
like you told. That's see, she
Yes,
prepared,
it,
getting ready for friendship and the role that she plans to play
yeah.
in
And
life.
and let me interject there a bit
Go
of
ahead,
Queen.
King.
If I just had a talk with my ex-wife a few
Mm-hmm.
weeks ago, and I told her, I said, I want you to make sure my daughters, this time while they're younger, I want you to make sure
Come
that
on,
they serve their brothers,
come on, teach King.
because in a perfect home, where there's a father and a mother and different things like that, your children should see the mother serve her husband and vice versa,
True.
and the
True.
the daughters learn by serving their brothers. Now you know
Right.
me, I have boys and two girls, so the way their relationship is, I love my kids' relationships, but it's because my daughters, they 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 serve. You know what I'm saying? They even at 5 years old,
Come on, teach King.
they're little nuggets they're learning,
Come
and
on.
supposed to be. But see, this is the thing. When you're a young lady and you see certain things, you don't have to grow up dreaming and hoping that God gives you a man.
Come on,
Because you
King.
understand it's not about hoping and dreaming that God's going to magically make some appear like Walt Disney. You have to work. The man
Yes,
and the woman has different work that they have to do
that's
to
it.
get the mate.
Yep.
So it's the same way with the job. You don't just pray for the job but never fill out the application. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
King.
God doesn't bless that way. He's not a genie. He's not a genie. So you have to instill things into these young ladies that by the time they are at the age to be married, they're not hoping, wishing, and praying, because what they
Yes.
they expect what they saw.
Yes.
But if they
I
never saw it, then they're just
come
gonna
on.
get dreaming.
Come on and teach, King. I love that. You're absolutely right. And like you said, at 5 years old, it started from out the womb. Okay. Training started right then and there. You train there. And so by the time they get of age, they already are in the know. They're already in the knowing, the routine. They know what to do, X, Y, and Z. One thing that it just bothers me, especially, as a parent educator, is to hear a child or even an adult who's childlike, because they still haven't put away childish things when you're making these type of comments. But when you're saying, I don't know what I'm gonna do without my mother, I don't know what I do without my father, that is a horrible comment to make, and it's also a misrepresentation
Yep.
of, if anything, your parents have taught you. That means that they ain't taught you nothing. If you are still dependent upon them, you should be interdependent, but not dependent upon them. Your dependency should have been instilled in you to be upon God. And so that is a horrible testament to even say. But training started from the womb, man.
Yep.
Training,
I was gonna say that's kind of part of our topic tonight, and part of the problem is that you have women that do not, they're not teaching their daughters about this
yeah,
until it's too late. They like 18 and 19. Now they want to
yeah,
start teaching them,
Fed
and
on.
they don't really know. And so, men just coming and going, and they like, why is this happening to me? Because, you know, or some of them they're not understanding why they can't get a date, because you
yeah.
got all these high expectations of what you want and all this, but you wasn't trained on your end. You know what I'm
Come on,
saying? The only thing you was trained on is to what you want. I want coach. I want these boots. I want these shoes, stilettos. This is what I want. But what are you willing to give in exchange? What
right,
service are you providing?
Yep.
right,
And
right. I mean,
that's the
go
I
ahead.
love that question at the end, because that's
Yeah,
that's what every woman see. The Bible says a man that finds a wife, so she's already a wife. It
yeah.
goes back to the analogy I use with the job. You don't promote somebody and then they start being a manager. You
Come
promoted
on.
them because they already were that.
Thank you.
They were
Thank you.
doing
Come on,
things
Kim.
that to the point where they were only missing the formality of being called manager or supervisor. So
Right.
you had no choice but to say, "Look, you're promoted because you're
That's it.
doing everything. I see it on you. It's there. The leadership is there. So therefore, you promoted them because, and that goes back to what Selena was saying. When you're in marriage, because God is the CEO, you look
Right.
for your promotion from Him.
Come
Both
on, T. Come
both
on.
people. If I get to the point where yes, I love the person I'm with, but my overall duty is to God, promotion gonna come from with Him. I ain't gotta wait on her.
Come on and
She ain't gotta
teach.
wait on me, because it goes back to what
Teach.
Hiram said when he said the woman comes in asking, "What am I supposed to be doing?" Because by nature she's a navigator. She's
Yeah.
looking for something for her hands to do because they multiply everything. If
Come
you
on and
don't, if you
teach.
ever watched a woman whose man didn't really leave, she still was trying to find something to do because that's what they do.
Yes.
So that's what the proposal really is. His purpose, whatever she's going to be the
Woo.
extension of. So she has to be then bought into that man's program to
Yes.
become the wife. And
Yes.
Woo-wee.
he's not chasing you at this point.
Come
When the Bible
on, Kim.
says he didn't find the wife, find a good thing, and find favor with the Lord, is because he saw a wife, someone who's actually a wife. He pursued her, and now she has come onto the program, and she is the reflection of him. The
Wife was printed
Come
on her forehead.
Yeah,
on.
yes, and she is carrying out a mission in the door because
Teach.
she gets it. She gets it. You know what I'm
Teach.
saying? But
Teach.
when you don't get it, then you have these back and forths about who run the show and who
Yeah.
got to
Got it
commit.
on
Like,
the
man,
wheel.
that stuff don't even be
Go
a
again.
An
in real
overload of
marriages.
masculine energy.
In real
That's
marriage,
it.
there is no back and forth about submission. It's
Teaching.
not who runs anything because it's obvious. It's obvious.
Come on.
People just move, and that's
They
Come
the
on.
already know.
that's
You
the
know
issue.
your part, you know your role, you know your position, you know your place, so you can move around and function as it. And like you said, this is going into, so before you get into a relationship with another party, you would have had to master this within yourself. This is how these things don't matter. It don't matter what he got going on, what he do, because he has, like he talked about earlier, a whole nother different role, position. Everything he doing ain't even in your job description.
Yeah,
So how are you over here like, oh, he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. First of all, how do you even know what he's supposed to be doing? Do you
Facts.
know what you're
Because you
supposed
need
to
to
be
be
doing?
occupied,
'Cause
right?
you should be occupied apparently with what you got going on. I'm telling you, I promise you, the moment you think you're done, I know that it's something else for you to
Yep.
do. The Lord finds something else for you to do within you.
Yep.
Get it right.
They sitting there watching Days of Our Lives.
Being reprogrammed, and then you wonder where you're getting this information from that is in direct opposition to
Yeah.
what God said. One, two, you don't even know no more what
Mhm.
he said. You have gone ahead and let that thing ruminate so much. You've reinvented a new wheel, another wheel that again you supposed to gave up one when you came to Christ. Let's talk about that. Before
Yeah.
you're talking about giving up the wheel to a man, you gave up your will,
Come
your
on,
right.
teach.
So
Teach.
that means that you don't have any. When you're talking about, I got a right to say this.
Right.
No, you don't, because
No,
you
you don't.
up to Christ. You don't have nothing to say. You don't have a right to say. And then when you're a friend in somebody's life, you can't have the audacity to say anything about what they do. You could humbly, state your opinion or a fact of matter, but that's all. You can't get mad because they don't do what you want them to do, or you none of that. This is your friend. And remember that this is your friend. What greater love is this than a man lays his life on the line for his friend? Learn to be friends. Again, you forgot. You forgot. Or you never knew what it means to be a friend. That's probably why you don't got too many friends. You know,
Or
I
they
do.
say, or they saying it loosely, like how I hear some people say, "Oh, I got a relationship with God."
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna get on that one. I hear that so much. I'm like, oh
No, it's
God,
okay to have a relationship.
oh God.
It's when these brothers be talking about they married to God.
I mean that too. I'm just saying, but some of them they don't even know because
That's what
I'm
man.
like, I'm looking at your lifestyle, but you said you got a relationship with him. I'm
Right.
like, if you got a relationship with him, a lot of the stuff that you talking about you going through,
Yeah.
God didn't tell you. He didn't tell you about that earlier. He didn't tell you about that in y'all conversation.
Come on, teach.
Since y'all got a relationship, if y'all got a relationship, you should just be able to, hey, God,
Communication.
I gotta I got an interview tomorrow morning. What you think I should do? What you think I should wear? Ooh, direct download,
Yeah.
direct download. You don't have
Hello.
to be guessing and thinking or whatever. Like, oh, he just told me.
You know what's
But
really? Yeah.
the way they
Dress
be acting, you know what I'm saying? The way they be acting, living out of fear, just acting. I mean, really, just be acting out of fear, scared and nervous. But I'm like, you got a relationship with God.
Right.
Why are you scared and nervous when
Right.
you have a relationship with who? God.
Yep.
And he
Yep.
said, fear not. So what are you doing fearing? You
Right.
see, you doing all types of extra stuff.
Right. You tormented now. That's what the
Yeah,
scriptures say.
you
Fear is
torment.
torment. So
Yep, you
that's
sure.
how you fear.
Yep,
So
yep.
yeah.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Like for real, if you supposedly have this relationship with God, means you have communication with God. And like you said, he ain't left nothing up to speculation. He ain't left nothing up to debate. He ain't left nothing up to your opinion. Just as simple as like you said, I have a job interview. What should I wear? What should I do? He already done told women dress modestly. You do not
Yep.
need to put on all that makeup. You don't got to put on no all this earrings and all the big stuff. You don't have to be fancy, be modest. Carry yourself a particular way. You don't have to show your chest and show your body and all. You don't have to do that.
That.
One is job interview.
Right.
I don't know where you're going for
They
the job.
they coming in extra loud. Everybody in the building know they in there because they got the high heels.
Lord,
Them bad boys clicking, clacking all on the ground. So now they turning heads like, oh,
hello?
who is they?
He didn't
Right.
tell you do
Oh,
that. He did not tell you.
that's her over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. You're drawing attention to yourself, and you don't need to be seen. This is not about you. If you're going for a job, the purpose still is about God.
Right.
Period. What
Yep.
should you do? Hey, this is supposed to be somebody who's going to lord over you. So when I'm telling you that somebody's lording over you, there's a way that you need to submit yourself
Come
under
on.
their authority. If you don't agree with something, that don't mean you go off, you go telling everybody, he said this and that. That's not how you respond. You simply talk to him, let him know how you feel about it. If you guys don't come to any type of agreement, hey, there's compromise in the fact that he's the leader and
Yeah.
you're working for him. And if you don't like or you don't stand in that position X, Y, and Z because it doesn't align with God, quit. But
Queen,
what you
I
don't
know.
damage people's reputation. You don't have to talk about them. You can
Go
come
one.
because you said you can. Go ahead, King.
You
Queen, I'm about to say, I know some people, women, this women and men will go into job interviews telling them what they gonna do and what they not gonna do.
This is crazy.
And you at the interview, so you tell them what you gonna do and what you not gonna do.
right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
And that's how they show up to a marriage. They show up to a marriage with a low key sneak. But okay, so this part of my will that I wanted, this ain't about your will. I told you gave it up when you came down crying in front of the church. You don't have one.
Man.
What are you talking about? What? How are you making up vows? He never told you to make up a vow. He gave you the vow that you should keep between you and him. He never told you to make up all this other stuff. I was listening to a church service, and they were talking about women and how women they love their men because they were providers, but that was the purpose. So the whole purpose is that you love him because he take care of the house and he does this, and the other. Is that the reason? Like, and then the women are like, yeah, going crazy. I'm just looking like that is so sad. That the whole point of you being there is that you are beneficiary. And these are the relationships that we have that are current in today. Everybody is looking to be a beneficiary of another. Yeah. You don't have a relationship. Yep. You waiting to bank on and capitalize on either this man's demise or this woman's demise or the fact that they just flat out dead. In any way, shape, or form, you looking for the capitalization.
Yep. Right, and I heard people, even that King Dwayne, I heard people in church testify. Well, I told God that if he did this, if he brought me out this time, I serve him. I'm like, why did it have to take all that? Why can't you do that before it got to that point?
Trying to bargain with.
You bargain with God. How you gonna bargain with God?
You remember the last person that bargained with it came out limping? You better ask Jake about it. You gonna come out with a limp trying to bargain. He ain't for that. He ain't for that.
What they say, your arms too short to box with God.
It's too short.
They got that little pinky and a little nub out there.
Right.
Yeah. People really believe that God's word is for real, just like suggestions. Mm-hmm. You need to understand from a kingdom perspective, okay? Really get your mind wrapped around a kingdom and how it functions, what it looks like. He is a king. Yes. When a king speaks, when he says it is now a decree, it is now law. You don't go against that. And like we were talking about earlier, you can't pretend as if you don't know. He said, I've written my law in even nature for all to
come on.
Everybody is now without excuse. So you can't even play the whole game of, I ain't know that my license was suspended. Mm-hmm. Come on now.
Yep.
Come on. You stick. Yep. That's fine. Now you do. Here go this ticket too. Let me go give you this ticket and it'll accompany you to court because you playing the game of you didn't know. Yes. You know, but we this isn't suggestion. He has a mandate for everything.
Yeah. And that's what the judges say in court. They say ignorance is no excuse of the law.
No, it's not.
Because at the end of the day, the relationships is just not with Christ, it's with his word as well. Mm-hmm. We have to have a relationship with his word. So it goes to what Selena just said. You got to have a relationship with the law. If you don't know the law, but then you get pulled over, go back to what Lord Tyra said. Okay, you ignorant of it, but the law's still there. It's for everybody. It's open. So why don't you know it? You know what I'm saying? You broke it.
It's up to you to get in there and know it for yourself.
That's it. That's it. Ain't nobody holding your hand. But then you can't say, oh, my marriage ain't this or my relationship ain't this. Well, it could be because you're ignorant and you choose to ignore. You're choosing to ignore his truth because you didn't had it all these years. It's available to you so much. So I'm sure you've been in a lot of hotels at this point and they're free. They're free. Let's not play the game. They even there while you're preparing for fornication. You could prepare your mind and your heart for real marriage. Yeah. It's right there.
Queen. I know people that's been divorced that say that they not the problem why they divorced. They say it was the other person. I'm like, so you didn't have anything to do with the divorce? No.
So that means that now you were the main problem.
Yeah.
The main one.
Everybody contributes something, man.
Everybody did.
It just goes back to what I always say, it's proposals or rings. You know,
Uh-huh.
in other words, temporary or longevity, or you're choosing marriages or the wedding. And most people in uh, this cultural, fad of a generation, it's social status to have this big old wedding, and I was be married. It's social status to be able to announce
Come
I
on.
got engaged, I got a ring, but
That's it.
you have no
That's it.
idea what's coming down the line. So then by the time you actually say I do, and that little ceremony's over in 20 minutes, then you get you, you get home or wherever you go, and it's like the referee in basketball just threw up the ball. Who now you fighting for who running the house because you have no idea what your role is. So you operating
See,
like this person operating like that, because it was all focused on the wedding, nothing
yeah,
focused on the life, the marriage,
on
the
the marriage,
proposal.
the merge into one. The
Yeah,
correct, and it's two different things.
yeah,
There's a wedding that's for the people, and then there's a merge into one. And let's be very clear: you merged into one before the ceremony.
facts,
You merged into one before the
facts,
ceremony. This, like he said, this ain't no you show up for the position and you just get it. No, you were in. Somebody watched you already in process of like, even when you're doing something, when you're looking for somebody to do something for you, you're not looking for just any random person. You're looking for somebody already doing it. They've been doing it. They're consistently doing it. X, Y, and Z. You're not just looking for somebody. I'm just gonna put you in this place because now you're putting them in a position, in a place to fail you,
mm-hmm.
and then you wonder why. And then you try to blame them, and so it's just we got to get this right. We definitely gotta get this together.
Absolutely.
Seriously. Yeah, the thing with that King Dwayne had was the marriage thing that we showed, that we displayed earlier about, did you guys want to expound on it a little bit more, or it was this one, Lord Ty?
Oh, okay. I remember. I thought it was something else. Okay.
Just about that, and merging those families, and you know how women how women desire for their children to be cared for as if it was them, or as if a man has this is that man's child, but then you cut him off. you
Yeah.
you cut his things off. You don't allow him to parent when it's time to parent.
Yep.
And then you wonder why. And again, these are all these frictions that are being called created in your household, and you wonder why. And as women, let me say this: we are environment. Like he said, we are garden, we are environment. We are supposed to create the atmosphere
Yeah.
that's conducive for everybody's growth. This is how important of a job that you have while you're trying to run out and be a CEO of somebody else's company. You are
Facts.
a CEO of this home, and you're
And that
neglecting it.
and that's why the saying, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world, because you are
Come on.
developing civilization. You're
Yep.
developing civilization. You are
Yep.
extending from the word. It's coming from
Come on.
God, it's coming from the man, now it's coming to you. And
Come
you
on.
are teaching those children the mandate, the word, the scriptures. You're putting positive civilians into the community.
Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying? And that's what should be focused on. And so the thing is, and that's what ties into the Ten Commandments and all that stuff. Your neighbor, and the whole development of having neighbors in your neighborhood is the belief, we want to believe, that next door, when I go outside, my neighbor, they teaching their children how to be civil citizens. Then
Right.
go down three more doors. Down, oh, you teaching them. We hope you teaching them the same
The
thing.
same thing. The
But
same
but
exact
but,
thing.
but some way or another, a mass murderer comes out of a house, or a criminal comes out of. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like that.
Yes.
You should be able to rely on each other in community. That, man, we're teaching our children God. We're teaching
Yeah.
them the same things so that we all are positive into community.
Yes.
But the
Yes.
reality is that there are gremlins in the society, because
Yep. My
something
Yes.
why.
lacking,
Yep.
something
My why.
lacking in the home. So now, whatever was put in the soil has become deformities,
Come
has
on
become
now.
weed, everything else, and they're lurking all out in the community. They're
Yes.
called, they're gremlins.
They grew.
So
Yeah.
now
My
now you got issues bigger than, what I'm saying, ever before,
yes.
and affecting everybody else.
And infecting them, affecting them. Like it's
Yes.
disease. Y'all think COVID something. It's a dis-ease. And it started, it rooted in the lawlessness of your home.
Mm-hmm.
Like seriously, and you're wondering why. Like we're not wondering why. I was watching the thing with Darby, and he was talking about how is what's so crazy is that when you're watching our men being killed in these streets, our children being killed in these streets, they always look back and say, "What was the daddy at?" And the daddy this, and if this that. But hold on, the child was under the mother's care.
Yes.
Where was the mother? And instead of us just having that, the sorrow, the sympathy, and all the sorrow for the mother, hey, we need to ask, what were you doing? Where
Yes.
was the law in your home, even though the man wasn't? That don't stop law from being present in your house.
Which is the
You
point of my
still,
post. Which,
yeah,
which was ultimately the point of my post, is that
come on,
we got to stop allowing the woman, the modern day woman, because it's a
yeah.
different, the modern day woman, the Luciferian woman, the one who is taking on Babylon's ideas and
Hello, Jezebel spirit.
that person who cares more about careers and school
Come
and being
on,
outside. She don't even want to be in the house, so she's
she
chasing
doesn't.
all this stuff outside. Now the diet of the family's off. Now the
Woo!
function of the family's off. Everything's off because
I
you
got a question.
outside your role. You want to work outside, and so when you come to the point where you've had multiple baby daddies, you had multiple children, when everything looks less attractive on your side, now you want to talk about pressure and you want
Come
somebody
on,
to you actually want to
yeah,
charge other men more than
yeah.
you charge your baby daddies. And so
Teach
they're
King.
looking at you and they're saying to themselves, well, you got all these kids already. You've had multiple men already, but you telling me that's what Tyron was talking about before. It's okay if you don't want to have sex. Cool, it's cool to be. But when did you get this epiphany? Because
Right.
now outside men are looking at you like you got multiple kids, multiple baby daddies. When did you
It
turning up?
ran all through.
You turning up the price for me now? I can't touch you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't play out here. You got to
Yeah,
say what you want, mean what you say, and walk that walk.
come on, that's
You know what I'm
character.
saying? If you are a wife, or if you even if you don't know, you never been taught, find a tutor.
That's
You
it.
got to get tutors in life.
For
You know what I'm saying?
real.
Just like when you was in school. When
Yes.
I didn't have my father raise me, so I got under men. You know what I'm saying? And I learned things. You know what I'm saying? I had to drop pride and all that because I wanted to be a man. You know
Teach
what I'm
King.
saying? I
Teach
don't want to
King.
be less. I don't want to be less.
That's
But just
right.
because my daddy wasn't there don't mean that I gotta be on the streets acting a
No
fool.
excuse.
I'm gonna be the best, regardless of if he was there.
Teach
Now
King.
now my sons can see me because I'm there. You
Yeah.
know, with knowledge, with wisdom, with
Yes.
experience. Because that's when you're ready to start a family as a man, when you have something to
Teach King. Come
say.
on.
That's when you're ready to be a husband, when you have something, because he's teacher is under all of his titles. He
Yep.
has to teach children
And
and his wife.
that's right.
He has
And
to
his
be able to trust with the home. When he goes out and provides, he has to be
come
able to
on.
trust teaching him once he leaves. He,
Yes. Teach.
all that stuff. So
Yes.
it's got to be better, man. We got to be better out here. We got to
Yes.
be better. And it starts in individuality, man. Deal with
Yes.
us so we can become as whole as possible.
That's it.
As whole
Man,
as
that's
possible.
yeah, that's it right there.
You know what I'm
You said
saying?
you had a question, Ty?
Yeah, I did because it was. I remember like maybe probably about a couple weeks ago. I'd read an article. Really, it was a video. And I think an article went with it where this lady. I don't know if she was trying to test this man, but King Dwayne he didn't hit on it because he was talking about how women put more pressure on the man that's not even the baby daddy. And this is perfect example. Perfect example. So this lady, I guess her and this guy, they was probably getting ready to go on a lunch date or something. And here's violation number one for me already. She got her little son getting in the car with her. That's violation number one. Cause did you tell dude that that's about to go down anyway before he even came to pick you up? But she was saying, oh, it's just right on the way. Can you, just help me hurry up and get him there? He don't want to mess up the lunch date. So I sure go ahead. Now, while they're riding in the car on their way to the destination to get her son to, I guess, daycare, whoever gonna take care, keep her little son. She said, he's crying. Can you stop real quick? at McDonald's. He stopped at McDonald's and she ordered a lot of food.
What?
And she expected dude to hit the bill.
Oh, come on.
But we men, we looking at her like, well, you ain't you his mama?
I'm just
And,
saying.
I'm saying King Dwayne, he was hitting it like this modern day woman, this social media woman that sit on Facebook, Instagram, gotta make sure she got every flavor, every brand of lip gloss. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. You should for
And
real, like on my show, I'm gonna call
okay,
out. I want all the women on my one. This on my show, please, ladies. I want y'all to just go through y'all cabinets or whatever, because I want and take pictures of all the lip gloss. I've seen pictures of women, they got every brand of lip gloss because they want the lip gloss to be popping when they take that Instagram photo. That's how you have what you call Instagram models.
Yep.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that's more important is and that's why I can't understand how it always gets a trigger up with me, like an antenna that pops up when I hear a lot of the ladies, these modern day women always using that word narcissism, because everything you just described is the characteristics of a narcissist.
Complete, yeah,
And
absolutely.
they
And
caught up
Yep.
caught up in themselves, can't
Yep.
stay out of filters.
Yep.
I like to call it the exorcist shot. You turn your back to the camera, but you're trying to break your neck to look back. Oh, just turn around and face the camera. You know what I'm saying? Quit trying.
ah,
You know what I'm saying? Take the over there trying to exorcist shot. You know what I'm saying? All I
right,
got.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know
For
what I'm
real.
saying? That's that narcissistic stuff, man. You
And
know.
and I say we too grown for all that. Like, man, that's just like what he said, narcissist. Just,
Yep.
I mean, just too much. It's too much. I'm like,
It
whatever,
is.
whatever happened to you know? Let's leave all the lip gloss, leave all that, and like how they used to do back in the day. The ladies, they might come out with the scarf or the blue bunny. You know what I'm saying? Because they had to run out of the blue bunny because they sweeping, they raking leaves. They doing kingdom work, and you like, hold on. Let me get that. Let me get that rake for you. You know what I'm saying? I like what you're doing. Let me take that rake from you, and I'm gonna help you rake them leaves. Whatever happened to those days, and then have a conversation after you help to rake them
Yes.
leaves. Like, hey, what's
Yes.
going on in your world? Why is it that you working
Come
them
on.
leaves, Queen? You ain't got no king that's gonna rake the leaves. And you find out she ain't got no king, so you like, oh, now I might be able to move in
Come on
on
now.
some fertile ground,
On
Right.
some fertile
soil, some fertile soil. Come on
ground.
now. I'm
If
ready to. I'm ready to sow some seed.
if she humble,
Yes.
Hey, wait, what you say? What you say?
if she humble, amen.
Right.
Yes, yes, I love that, and I'm
Yeah.
with you. I'm with you, like totally. One thing that you said, Ty, was that she went and she ordered food from McDonald's, and just now, like again, coming into the woman that I am and understanding God and the mandates and understanding food with intent, this, that, and the other. So you stop to poison everybody. So you made a stop to spend all this money to poison everybody. Like this is the mindset, and like you were talking about earlier, your home suffers. You should have had a meal prepped and ready to go. If your child, you knew y'all was gonna be out this, that, and the other, you should have had a lunch plan
Come
prep.
on.
This is all to managing the home, managing the children. Like he said, the training is for the wife and the child. The training, he's the manager. Okay, God is owner, he's manager, wife is supervisor. When he's gone, the same way he wanted his home, his kingdom set up and running and operating, it is your job to execute that. Make sure everybody is executing the plan from
You
the
know
management who's coming from the owner. Go ahead.
you know his mind. You know his
Nope.
mind.
Thank
You know,
you.
I mean,
That's
the
true,
man
man.
knows God's mind, and woman knows
Listen,
man's mind, and those children,
that's it.
they spectators. They are actually, see, people like to use that toxic word. Your children are actually toxic. This toxicity.
Yes.
They either
Yeah.
are the positive or the
Woo.
toxicity of
Come
your
on,
children.
King. Come on,
So
King. Teach.
talked about those, deformities and different things like that.
Yeah.
talking about the children because the scriptures say that that's the only reason worth leaving mom and father to cleave to your
Come
wife.
on.
Your
Come on.
children are the one thing that makes you one because they are they are dual you. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? They're a part of
Yes.
each parent. So
Yes.
if the toxicity, the true toxicity, would be whatever your children become.
That's
It's
right. Come on.
gonna
King.
tell on what went down in your house. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
gonna tell. Yes.
So we just got to
The fruit,
we
fruit
got
that
to
it
get
bear.
better with these things, man. We got to get
Yeah.
better with these things, man, because we do so much going back and forth trying to deflect on the man, deflect on the woman. This that man, look, ain't nobody got time for that stuff. You
Yes. Yes.
know,
No.
it's a certain way grown-ups talk, and it's a certain way the children talk. If
Yes.
that's what you want to still be in that area, children, fine, because they have. That's the reason why women outnumber men in the first place, because there's not somebody for everybody.
Uh-huh.
There is a number of women that's going to be, as they say, thoughts or concubines or whatever,
Teach.
for
They're gonna
for
be
for,
that.
for a
Come
better time.
on, come
Okay,
on,
Be
T.
that.
that's the
Please
reason.
understand. This is how the world go round. They're gonna be
Because
that.
they always outnumbered
I
men.
said this.
Uh,
Or you can't play out here with your age and your time, and it's like because
Right.
we the womb. And
yeah.
if you let you play around and just be all over the place until you late 30s, whatever, now all of a sudden you want to get serious, and,
Right.
and now you're trying to understand why that man choosing a
Too
younger
late now.
he
Yep.
choosing a younger woman because he need a womb. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
He need her. He needs purpose. He needs her
Yeah.
whole purpose. He
So
needs
Yes.
somebody to produce and
so
Yes.
don't
reproduce
yes,
as written.
yes. You
Mhm. I
can't
did. I did. Yeah. Need that womb.
He
you can't
need
get
it.
mad because you put your girlfriends and girls trips and
Come
careers and
on.
school,
Come
and then
on.
you say I'm gonna do all of this stuff before I give a man. Well, you might lose your chance. You might
That's
die
it.
alone.
Come on, the
That's
teach,
it.
bro.
You just
That's
might
it. You just
because
might.
he gonna pick somebody younger because
Yes, he
Right.
he need his children. He
he
need his
does.
Mhm.
legacy.
He
They
does.
talk about where
Yeah.
I ain't settling.
That's
I
right.
ain't what they say. Hey, what they tell you,
Which
King
is
Dwayne? I'm
also
not settling.
which is also goofy because the
Ain't that
definition
good?
of settling is to do is all the things that's marriage.
Come
That's
on.
the
Come
definition
on.
of settling.
Come
You will
on.
But
look up
they be listening to all these other they be listening to all these other
yeah,
people. You know, I don't want to name no names, but these people that come on these big time networks where
yeah.
I heard on such and such show today. She says, beloved, this is what you have to do. Da, 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 da. See that's what I'm saying. See, that's what happened.
When you
You
really
listening to them,
yeah.
but you ain't listening to him.
Right.
Again.
And when you really
Again.
look up the definition, when you really look up the definition of settling, I baffled one day looking it up because I'm like, Lord, there's not a whole lot in here that says anything negative. Everything talks about making a deal, making an agreement,
Uh-huh.
joining together.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Settling is not bad.
It's not. It's not.
Just like average isn't. Average people end up with average
No.
people.
Come on.
Everybody
That's
not famous. Everybody ain't got billions. Some of us are average, and
that's
it equals out.
I
You know,
want, I want, I want me a
right.
high. I want me a high value. I want me a
You
high value man.
now.
what is the value? See, it's about what you have put on as value. And
Mhm.
so, like he's saying, like everybody average or whatever the society is going to call it, true wealth is in knowledge. True value is in Christ. So it's about what you have deemed as valuable. So the world is deeming money, cars, clothes, houses. We can go on trips, all of that is what they see as high value, and it's really not. It's
Yep.
actually diabolical to what his marriage stands for, what his marriage is, and what his marriage represents. And like you said, settle is not a bad term. It's saying that, because I guess you could say God settled with you,
Yeah, he sure
because
did.
because he knew on this side of the Jordan you ain't never gonna be perfect.
Mhm.
Not you can't never ever
Come
get
on.
it right. Why Christ came. That was the whole purpose of him coming, because we can't never, ever, ever get it right. Not in these fallen depraved bodies. And so he settled your account, one, with Christ. Two, he settled for you the way that you are now perverted.
Yep.
He settled for that. And so, like you said, it's not a bad term. All he's saying is, you know what? I don't care what you got going on. I love you for who you are, not
Mhm.
who I reimagined you to be, not who I think you're going to be, got the potential to be in the future. I married you. I love you. I'm in a relationship with you because of who you are. And guess what? It's not one thing you can do about me loving you.
Yep.
Nothing. Nothing. I've
You fit
decided.
for the assignment. You fit for the assignment.
That's it. Fit for the
And,
assignment. I love it. I love that. I'm making that shirt for you. I'm letting you know right now. Fit for the assignment will be out soon.
yep,
Yeah, bro. But,
Oh, I
oh,
like that. I
as
like that.
as well
that
as as well as
rooting ass to that. You understand me? Fit for the assignment.
call to the deficiency.
Ooh, okay, you want
Ooh wee, ooh wee.
People people don't
to
want the deficiencies, man.
oh
They want all the pretty stuff.
We gonna go ahead and close it out right there because I know we didn't win over the time, but man, this was good right there.
Oh
This
yeah.
was fire. This was fire. I'm gonna say this real quick before we do final words. Man, just to I mean straight up strong shout out for the chat room. The chat room is lit
man.
up.
Hey, listen,
Shannon, let me see who I see. We see
nice.
Shannon, we see
Shantae,
Princess Jenny.
Princess
Uh
Jenny,
who
Shantae,
else?
that's
Yeah, Shantae. Okay.
my sister. She be on Rock True Queens.
Mm.
It was somebody else I thought that was out there. They had tuned.
Shout out
Oh,
to all of them.
my nephew, the Spanish plug out there. It was someone else I wanted to highlight that came up. Oh, Osborne Lee Gaynor. Shout out to you as well.
Shout
You
out to
know,
all of you.
man,
Yes,
King,
yes.
Oh, that's
thank
my
you.
guy.
Thank
That's
you
my
all.
guy.
Shout out then, yes.
Okay. But hey, we're gonna do final last words. Let's go start with the queen.
Sure, sure, absolutely. Final thought, master the art of friendship. But you can't start there. See, that includes another party. The first relationship is with yourself. You have got to get you together. I'm so serious. Like it's imperative, not just to be in a marriage, even just in a friendship with, as I'm a woman, so a friendship with another woman. I need to know how to be her friend. I need to know how to love her. I need to know how to support. I need to know how to be there. Like it doesn't matter whether you're marrying somebody or not. You still need to learn how to be a friend to your mother. You still need to know how to be a friend to your children, how to be a friend to your sisters. Like I have relationships with my sisters, and I tell them all the time, hey, we're sisters, but we're not friends. You don't know anything. You don't know me like that. You don't know me on a level of friend. And we need to get back to that, studying, mastering the one singleness so that you're whole and you can bring 100% to every relationship you're in. And then master that art of friendship because you've mastered a friend within yourself. And now you're complete. You ain't talking about you're lonely. You ain't feeling no type. All this stuff has been conquered because you are now back in control of your life, back in control. And it's part of
Ooh.
the byproducts of the fruit of the spirit. You have love. If you got love, you got self-control. If you got love, you got patience. If you got love, you have joy. If you got love, you have peace. So, get back to those basic foundations of one, I don't want to say marriage, of self relationship or master and singleness, two of friendship, three of marriage eventually, and then most importantly, all of that is housed under your relationship with God, your relationship with God. And remember, before I leave, I'm sorry, you gave up your will, you gave up your right, you gave up your way when you came down and accepted him as Lord and Savior. So that closes your mouth. That
Mm.
puts a limit and a cap on everything that you got to say. You know what I'm saying? That's it,
Hmm.
y'all. That's mine.
All right, King Dwayne.
Yeah. I just basically want to say, with all the things that we're going through right now in this world, in this present time, um, you know, this is a perfect time for us to love like never before.
Yes.
Um, when you think about, a lot of the things that are going on right now, this is a great time to be able to learn how to exercise the fruits of the spirit.
Yes.
This perfect time to be able to learn what it takes to fight for love, to fight for love. It's one of those things that have um, been on my heart, been in my spirit, been on my mind pretty much this entire pandemic. Um, Understanding that doesn't matter that the churches are closed, doesn't matter that you can't see certain family members as much or whatever the case may be. When love is worth fighting for, what do
Mm,
you do? When you say you love a person, what do you do to fight for that thing, to show the action that you really love them? How much are we calling since they're saying shut this down and do this and quarantine? How much is
Right.
your calling went up? How much is your visit going went up? How much is your seeking after God's word and after Him? How much is has it leveled up? How much have you spoken that love language to your wife, to your husband? How much has you shown your children what they mean to you? How much have you leveled up in love since this whole thing started? Because we don't know, as the scriptures say, tomorrow's not promised to us.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And let us know in so many things that tomorrow's not promised to us. No man know the day nor the hour. So at the end of the day, what are we going to do to love like there is no tomorrow?
All right, man. That was great right there coming from Queen and King Dwayne. That was great. I to some of my part is learn how to be humble. That's number one. Just yeah, that humbleness, and number two, learn how to just be what you call a dope, a bomb, just awesome human being. What that mean is, just things that people take for granted, do yourself. You walking past somebody that somebody might need some help, go ahead and offer them help. You don't know why? Because everything that we're doing is being recorded. Everything that we're doing in life is being added. You know what I'm saying? A good buddy of mine called it you erasing karma. When you're putting out more good into society than you are what I'm saying, when you're putting out more good in society, you're erasing your karma. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff that you do, that you've done, that wasn't right. Well, wait, I did something yesterday that wasn't right. Let me go ahead and do something today. Let me do my good deed today to try to erase what I did yesterday. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. When you start stuff like that, when you start doing stuff like that, then when it's that time for you to have that relationship, oh man, that's what I'm working on right now in my life. Oh man, it's gonna be the bomb. All right,
Hey.
well, that's
And
all.
yes.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Oh, in good
Yes.
seat.
Yes. Real quick, shout out. If you guys aren't doing anything, I know we did spill over, and I wanted to be in the beginning of the event that Miss Carolyn has. She has a what is this event
Shout
that
out to
she's
Miss Carolyn,
Yes, shout out to Miss Carolyn and Doc Ock is in the building on the show. It's
Doc
totally
Ock.
Yes, mind, spirit, and body. She is having a wellness empowerment event. It is going on right now on YouTube as well as Facebook. So tune in after the show if you guys are available and show support, especially for Miss
Okay,
Kim. And most
Doc Ock
important,
missed a good one.
man, hey, she in that building repping not only Fit and Fulfill, but also Rock Truth and Rock Truth Cafe Live. She the truth, man. So shout out, yo.
That's what's up. All right.
Yeah.
Tyron got me want to be on my water now.
There we go. There we go.
See,
Real men,
real
real men drink
man.
water.
Come
Yes.
That's
on.
it. We
Hey,
try, we
but
try to be King Kong in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? We can't be swinging and swaying if we not drinking water.
I,
King Kong. I'm saying, all this. Do this. Okay. Do this. Yes.
hey, hey, I keeps this baby.
I'm trying to tell you, it's about to be kingdom come. It's about to be kingdom come in the bedroom.